Do you like Twister technology and the way it can solve real-world problems in your laboratory, but wish it was fully automated? AutoTwister is a solution to this problem. No matter how many samples you might run 3 in a day, you might run 30 in a day. Either way, you have a lot of other things to do that you'd rather be doing than manual sample prep, like data reduction, making presentations, all of those other things we do in the analytical lab. So we want to reduce the manual labor that's involved in the process to give you time to do those other things. If that's who you are and the problems you face in your lab, then we want to automate the twister workflow completely using Gerstle's AutoTwister solution. AutoTwister is a complete twister workflow starting from sample prep to extraction to cleanup and then to analysis, but now completely automated with no manual steps in it at all. So how does this work? If you're familiar with the original Gerstle twister, which was a glass stir bar with a PDMS coating on the outside, AutoTwister is very similar. Instead of a stir bar, now it's a glass rod or stick. I like to think of it as twister on a stick. It's an inert glass rod to make sure that there are no losses or contamination, with an integrated barcode to track where the sample is in the workflow. At the end of that glass rod is a PDMS coating, the same unique Gerstle grade PDMS that ensures high purity and minimal bleed for twister analysis. It's also in the same phase dimensions as twister, which means that it's at least 10 times or more sensitive than SPMEO or other technologies that are similar. So how does the process actually work? Well, we're going to use the robot to move a sample into Gerstle Quick Mix 2. Gerstle Quick Mix 2 is a vertical agitator which ensures efficient mixing and complete exposure of the sample. Vertical agitation is important. If you think about agitation, if you use it in a centrifugal agitator, which goes around in a circle, the problem, just like moving a coffee mug with coffee, is that the liquid will move up the sides of the mug and sink in the middle. Well, that's where AutoTwister is. And if it sinks in the middle, we're not going to get the right coverage we need for good reproducibility and repeatability. What we like to do instead with the Quick Mix 2 is shake side to side like this, either at a slow or a high speed, to make sure that we get complete coverage of that PDMS that's on the bottom of that twister rod. Optionally, we can heat or cool Quick Mix 2 as well to meet your analytical needs. Quick Mix 2, by the way, is also used in several other Gerstle sample prep workflows. So the next step after extraction, if you had the AutoTwister in a vial with orange juice or milk, we really don't want excess orange juice or milk going into a GCMS. So we need to clean this up a bit. And we do that using the Gerstle Wash and Dry Station. The Gerstle Wash and Dry Station is efficient and sustainable. No solvents are used. We rinse the twister rod with water. This eliminates matrix interferences by physically removing them from the rod. And then we get rid of any excess water using centrifugal drying. Centrifugal drying does not use gas. It uses gravity instead and removes excess water from the rod to make sure we don't get that into the system. Spinning removes all this wash water and results in a twister rod that is clean and dry and ready for analysis. From there, we move on and analyze the rod as usual in a Gerstle TDU-based thermal desorption system. The places that you'd want to use AutoTwister are the same as they are in Twister. Beverage analysis, like wine, tea, beer, etc. Aroma and fragrance analysis, food quality analysis, also drinking water, trace contaminants like MIB and geosmin, or in the case of the European Drinking Water Framework. AutoTwister, like Twister, provides superior recovery, excellent sensitivity, sustainable analytics, and reduced manual labor. It's the same proven Twister technology, but now the workflow is fully automated with no manual labor on the part of the analyst. We hope you've enjoyed this presentation and the others in this series as well. We look forward to seeing you soon elsewhere out here in cyberspace. Stay curious.